Back to the trenches. We've not done this in a while, taking one of Bill the Clown's rants and translated it back into human to show you the fresh piece of steaming hogwash that it is. But on our third story in the countdown, pull up a chair and spend part of your evening with us as Billo tries to tackle the cover of freaking Newsweek, but manages only to fall down a very long, painful flight of stairs. The Limbaugh-Obama controversy is thankfully just about over, but the far-left smear machine that propelled it to our attention is just getting started. The far-left smear machine propelled it to your attention? You didn't hear Limbaugh started by saying he wanted Obama to fail? Bill, you don't listen to Limbaugh? You know what they'll do to you when they find that out? At the top of the smear chart is the Move On organization George Soros heavily invested in. The propaganda arm of Move On, another far-left pressure group, is Media Matters, run by a gutter snipe named David Brock. Brock and his character assassins distribute out-of-context statements to a carefully selected group of corrupt media headed by MSNBC, and they also distribute to the internet. David Brock has never distributed anything to MSNBC. No, I take that back. We traded emails once, and he came on the show once, which to O'Reilly constitutes a corrupt conspiracy. Also snowstorms. Snowstorms that make it difficult for him to get to work. They're also corrupt conspiracies. Sometimes the entities even cooperate. The aforementioned Newsweek, for example, provides far-left commentators to MSNBC on a daily basis. Yes, we have a contract with them, like you have a contract with, Karl Rove. Only the Newsweek guys are not full of canal water. It's the same contract with Newsweek that was in fact back in 2003, Billy, when you told the original executive producer of Countdown, Dennis Murray, that you thought Countdown was a terrific show. The goal, of course, is to smear conservatives in the media to convince ill-informed Americans that those on the right are racist, homophobic, extremists, whatever. Bill means Bill. Smearing Bill. And racist, homophobic, extremist, that's our Bill. Also, you left out factually mistaken, usually. As for Limbaugh saying he wants Obama to fail, here's something you'll never hear on NBC News or read in the New York Times. Hey, you got that wrong, didn't you? According to a Fox News poll taken in August 2006, 51% of Democrats said they wanted President Bush to fail. 51%. I believe NBC and the Times were in that group. Right. Fox News pollsters asked people from NBC and the New York Times to participate in one of their polls. By the way, funny this question about Democrats wanted Bush to fail poll by Fox News, from Fox News, shows up out of nowhere on Fox News this week. No direct link on the web. Turns out that when Fox wrote up the poll results in 2006, they never even bothered to include anything about the question about wanting Bush to fail until this week. The Obama administration should understand Americans are wising up to the smear factory. Last year at this time, John Edwards was running around saying millions of homeless veterans are living under bridges because of the economy. Of course, that was bull. We proved it. You proved what? Firstly, Edwards said, quote, 200,000 men and women who wore uniforms and served this country patriotically as veterans will go to sleep under bridges and on grates. Not millions, you idiot. Not just under bridges. Homeless vets, Bill, they exist. And in fact, the only thing that was proved was that Edwards was being conservative with that number. The Veterans Administration not only confirmed Edwards' number of 200,000 permanently homeless vets, but it also revealed there are 340,000 transiently homeless vets, our servicemen spending part or all of the year on the streets. You proved it, you gigantic flaming fraud, you. Fox News analyst Bernie Goldberg is well acquainted with the far-left smear machine. He's been a target, so he asked him to name the 5 worst offenders in the mainstream media. Now, you'd think that after that psycho-terrorist admitted he shot up a Unitarian church in Tennessee and killed 2 innocent bystanders because he couldn't shoot the people Bernard Goldberg rated as his 100 people who are screwing up America, Bernie would avoid any future lists of liberals. He has, by proxy, enough blood on his hands already. But shame and responsibility are 2 fellas Goldberg and Billo have never met. So now they rip off the countdown format that Bill so admired in 2003, and they read off their list of offenders in descending order. They picked Jeanine Garofalo 5th. Seriously, you know what even Jeanine would say about this? You idiots lost an election to a far-left smear machine partially led by Jeanine Garofalo? What, is she a wizard? Can she fly or something? Something she never told me about? The Bernard Goldberg Paranoia Festival continues with Bill Moyer's 4th, Daily Kos 3rd, to which Billo said, "It's about as hateful as you can possibly get. You can't get a more hateful website than them." Want to bet? Did you read the Fox News website on Monday, Bill, in which the president was compared to a monkey and to Hitler? All right, you didn't need to read it because some news model read those quotes on Fox News, on TV. Anyway, Goldberg continues with the New York Times at number 2, and then the big finish, MSNBC is first. Goldberg. I have them on the list at number 1 because they are a division of a major news organization, NBC News, and the villains are not even people on the air. They're executives who most Americans don't even know their names, but they have made a business decision to allow, and I'm going to use this word very carefully, to allow defamation of conservatives with whom they have a beef. Now let's consider this in context for a moment. Since the day I began to criticize him, Billo's ultimate response, his fallback, has been to pull down his zipper and show everybody how much bigger his ratings are than mine. And Goldberg has routinely dismissed MSNBC and Countdown as irrelevant and trivial for the same reason. But we're also at the top of their list for worst, best, most influential liberals in the media. Worst, better than the New York Times. Worst, better than Jeanine the Human Torch Garofalo. Boys, either we have no ratings and we don't count, or we're the worst liberals in the world. Even in your funhouse mirror world, it cannot be both. So, Goldberg continues, this qualifies them in my book as journalistic hookers. But I say this, Bill, with apologies to the other hookers out there who only sell their bodies. These people